That was All the Love in the World by Corina Rose on the Lady Brain podcast. Before that, we heard All Right by Becca J, featuring Paige Miller. Paige is in studio with me as well as Corina Rose. Welcome, ladies.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
And actually, welcome to our Patreon people. Hi, you guys. We are recording this portion of the show, videotaping this portion. So if you want to join us and see what we're doing and where we're at, you can go to patreon.com/listenlocalradio and subscribe for $2 a month. Just $2.
What a deal.
Helps the show go. And while we're talking about that, let's shout out to our sponsors. Cece, Astra, Kim, Marie, Marlo, Mary, Sinead, and Tim are all subscribers. Nice. Marklin, Lizzie, Katie, Cliff, Barbara, Corina, and Jackie are supporters. And then our big sponsors, we have Jimmy Lunsford and Christopher Carmichael from Res Radio. They are actually sponsoring the show, giving us the big bucks. Whew, thank you.
Blowing kisses.
I know. So tell me about All the Love in the World, Corina.
Well, this song I wrote because I had a magical night a couple years ago. It was fun to write about that, and then it just blossomed into kind of harnessing all the love in the whole world. So it turns from like a romantic experience into a transcendent experience, which gave me the idea that love is not between people to people. Love is really everywhere. Love is energy. Love is infinite, and when I sing it, I really feel that, and it's just a great song to sing and perform. And I always ask the crowd, did you guys feel it? And inevitably they're like, yeah. It's just cool. So that's why I like performing all these songs.
It's a beautiful song.
You
just got back from St. Louis. Did that have something to do with what were you doing out there?
Oh, St. Louis, I went to a conference called Song Leader Boot Camp, and it was actually a bunch of Jewish musicians and Jewish educators, and as a Jew I thought I should go because I'm a musician and educator,
right? And
it was so powerful and so wonderful to be surrounded by all these spiritual, musical, talented people, and I just had the best time, and I just came back with this really fresh, renewed sense of my own spirituality and my own heritage. And I felt inspired to write and inspired to teach. I just loved it, yeah.
So because you're familiar with this area, you know about our pals up at Leech Tag, right?
I do.
Yeah.
The Coastal Roots Farm.
They're amazing.
It's a good
spot.
spot.
All those folks up there.
Yeah, my family.
So many cool things.
Yeah, we hang out there.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good. Cool. Tell me about shows you have coming up. Paige, where are you playing next? Besides March 9th.
Besides March 9th with Corina, apparently.
Nice. I love that.
At the Backdrop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm advertising that now.
With other Lady Brain, so that's a big kind of Lady Brain show.
Yeah. Tell us about that show first, and then we'll go back to you.
So it's at the Backdrop, formerly known as Java Joe's, March 9th. It's a Saturday. I believe it's 7 p.m., and I'm doing a set, and then Podunk Nowhere is doing a set, and the Spiritual Motels are doing a set.
Nice.
And that'll be my first time playing at that venue.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a fun little venue.
Yeah. It's a neat little place.
So I'm looking forward to that.
And where else are you playing?
So this week I'm actually playing with a couple other Lady Brains. Allegra Duquesne on Thursday at the Waterhole in PB.
Okay.
And then with Gabby, I can never say her last name
Aparicio.
Aparicio. Oh my God, Gabby, don't hate me.
It's so much fun to say.
I know.
Aparicio.
I don't know. See, I always want to put an Italian spin on it.
I do too. It's not, but
but I'm playing with her Friday night.
Nice.
At it's got the word boat in it. I'm a terrible advertiser.
The Boat and Ski Club.
Possibly.
All right.
I'm playing with her Friday night, and then we have a big showcase with Becca J.
Just
at
check
Navajo
out
Live.
social media.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Cool.
So that's for the
that's
DMAs.
a good spot.
Yeah.
And what are your other gigs?
Oh, I was I don't have the details, but I'm supposed to be on KUSI singing a song to promote the SDMAs.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So March 8th, Friday night, I'll be at Cafe Europa, and then the March 9th at the Backdrop, and then the very next day I fly out to Austin to go to South by Southwest. So I'm excited for that. I'll be there for a week, and when I get back, I'm going to be at Harney Sushi, and then Barrel Republic and PB.
So, are you going to be here for the SDMAs?
No.
Oh my God! Oh no!
I'm actually missing the event.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Maybe someone can get my award in.
I'll run it there for
absence.
you.
Yeah, right. South
but wait,
by Southwest.
we're in the same category though, so.
Yeah, what I mean.
I know. Yeah, totally.
I had the ticket for South by Southwest before I got nominated.
Right. That's right. You're in the same category, Paige, with Becca J.
Right. Becca's EP is nominated for Best Pop. album, which
And also her fiance is also nominated for Best Pop.
That's right. And Veronica is nominated.
Well,
for
between you guys, some lady brain will get your award.
gonna win it. Yeah.
And how great, like any of us, it would be so
I know.
great.
That'd be really cool.
Super cool.
So it's just cool to go.
You mean someone will run up there? Or
Also,
just,
all three of us will go up there for you.
Yeah.
Just be like
There you
Lady
go.
Brain.
I
Acceptance.
designate
That's right.
all of
Yeah.
you.
You have an acceptance speech?
No.
You better get us a copy.
So you can read it for me?
Sure.
Absolutely.
I didn't even think about that.
I'm actually not going this year. This is the first year since I moved here in 2000.
Wow.
I missed 2011 because I just had surgery, but otherwise I had been to all of them.
Wow.
I just don't love it at House of Blues, to be quite honest. It's just,
I don't think anybody does.
I know.
Is it in the main stage area? See, I don't know. I've never been.
Well, originally when I first started going to the SUMAs, it was at Humphreys.
That's when I used to
And that's
go.
when it was just delightful. It was so fantastic because people that wanted to really engage with what was happening on stage could, and then the rest of us were at the bar and just visiting with each other because it's a place that you could see people that all in one place that you never see all in one place.
Right, it's a
Every
way to
genre,
connect and say hi.
it was so wonderful.
Why did they stop having it at Humphreys, do you know?
People were vomiting in the bushes, fucking up the rooms, just really in general.
In consideration.
Being rock stars.
Being rock stars. And so it moved from there to Viejas for a few years. And it was way out there, and I would get a party bus and go from the Boat and Ski Club to Viejas, and we had so much fun on those party buses. And then it was back at Humphreys for like a year or something.
Before the House of Blues.
And then it's been at House of Blues, and anyway.
It'll be fun.
It absolutely
it's gonna be
will
interesting.
be. Kevin and Bart, do a great job. I know it gets a lot of flack from people, but you're always going to get that. So Paige, you went to Berkeley.
I did.
Fancy.
Briefly. So I originally went to the University of Mary Washington in Virginia, and then I studied history there and did music, and then I applied to Berkeley's online program and got a certification in drumming through them, and I'm a decent ways into getting a music and degree from them, but I'm taking a little bit of a break just for my own mental sanity right now. Going back to school is harder than you convince yourself it is sometimes. So, but everything I've learned there and having that drumming certification has been amazing. Like, I was unconsciously applying the stuff that I was learning in those classes while I was taking them. And I was just noticing, like, at a gig, like, oh, that's the thing that guy taught me in that class. I remember that. Like, so it's definitely paid off.
Cool.
So it's amazing.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm always very duly impressed when people have gone to Berkeley.
It's a pretty cool thing. I didn't have the actual campus experience. But the online community itself is amazing. I'm still in touch with some of the instructors.
Very cool.
So,
so when is the next rock camp? Is the ladies one coming up?
The ladies camp is coming up in March. It officially starts, what is that Friday? March 21st, 22nd? Whatever that Friday is.
Okay.
Is that for kids or no?
It's for ladies, so it's for 18 and up. Last year,
And so it's basically the same thing. You don't have to have ever touched an instrument in your life.
Never. Actually, my mom is actually flying out and partaking.
Nice!
Yeah, and another female musician in the area, her mom is flying out from the East Coast as well.
That.
And so, like, we're kind of joking that it's family camp this year.
Yeah.
But no, it's kind of like the kids' version, but it's crammed into a weekend, and that Sunday the 24th, they're also playing the Voodoo Room at the House of Blues.
Beautiful. And I saw that there's a couple openings left.
Yeah, I think there's 4 or maybe 5 spots left. So it's
how
going
much
up
is
really
it?
fast. It is don't quote me on this. I'm sorry, Melgrove, if I get the number wrong. I believe it's $275 for the whole weekend, and that includes some meals.
Wow.
Because you're there, like Saturday, you're there all day, so we're going to feed you. And it includes all the equipment, all the instruction. You get T-shirts and swag and all sorts of fun stuff.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
And you get to learn how to, rock an instrument and play a song.
Yeah.
What's your experience with having, I guess, people come back after they've done it?
So with the kids, since this is only a second ladies camp, this will be the first year that I know there are some return campers for the ladies camp.
Okay.
With the kids, we've noticed over the years there are a good core group that come back each year, and it's fascinating for us to see how they've grown and developed, and how they kind of take some of the younger kids as mentors at the camp.
So cute.
So
You used to do a camping music thing.
Did you?
Well, I started having band camp, which was the Boat and Ski Club is a place that I had found back in 2000, and I started doing shows there, and we started having this thing called band camp,
Nice.
which was a stage on either end of like a football-sized yard, and people would basically put their tents in the middle and just wherever they wanted. It was really chill and loose and wonderful. And then I started doing chick camp,
Chick camp.
and that was
Okay.
just basically all, creative ladies, and we'd pick a spot and go camp.
And play music.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I would have like speakers and try to get it a little more organized, but it was always just more fun when we just all showed up.
And how many times did you do that?
I would think about 10 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
did it every year for many years, and then last year was the first year I didn't do one.
Okay,
because
'cause
we
you
moved
moved.
here, and
That's a lot to
it
organize.
is, yeah. In fact, the weekend we moved here, I don't think it was chick camp. I think it was just like wine and song is another one we kind of did camping events.
I
I
can
just
get
love
behind that
camping
one.
events. Anytime you could just camp with a bunch of musicians and jam around a pool,
Yeah.
drinking all weekend. That's
I was
kind
gonna
of
say the
that's my
wine
thing.
thing. That's
Sounds fun.
right up my
Yeah,
alley.
we used to go out to Rock Canyon out in Alpine, this winery,
Nice.
and they have a pool, and we would just have so much fun. So, if people want to learn about the rock camp, where do they go?
It's all the website. It's Rock and Roll Camp for Girls SD for
Okay.
San Diego, and there's a tab on there for the ladies camp.
Right.
It should be updated for the 2019 version.
Okay.
So they can go there. The application, if you want to do ladies camp, is on that link. And basically, as soon as you apply and do your down payment, it confirms your spot. But
Right.
one thing to note too is that all this money made from ladies camp, it's a fundraiser for
That's
the kids
right.
camp.
That's right.
So keep that in mind. Yeah.
Because you guys do like little scholarships and
We do.
stuff
We
for
do
the
a lot of
kids that can't
scholarships,
really
yeah.
afford it. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And we have some great sponsors out there that
Yeah.
often match some of the scholarships or their donations that
Yeah.
we get. So
Amazing. I'm just always so blown away by Mel and what she does. When I first moved here, I'm on the board here, and we were talking, the president and the director here, about, how we can spiff up the board. And I actually had Mel come and talk to us
Nice.
about, because she just had so much great information.
She does.
She's just such a smart.
yeah, and I just joined the board for Rock Camp.
Did you?
So I'm learning
Nice.
that aspect
Yeah.
from her right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Have I met Mel?
I don't know, actually. Melissa Grove,
Yeah.
she works with the Jason Mraz Foundation and a few other people
Yeah.
around town.
she's just an amazing person.
Literally,
She
yeah.
should totally be a Lady Brain.
We should connect
Mel.
Mel, March 31st.
Oh, that's right. The next Lady Brain
Yeah.
event, the next meeting, is happening on March 31st, and it's going to be at Heather Janega's house, Podunk Nowhere, in Ocean Beach. I think that's
it
where
is
they
in
live.
Ocean Beach.
Or no, they used to live in Ocean Beach. I think they live in North Park now.
Oh, even closer.
I don't know. Can't remember.
I just invited my friend Ocean to that.
Oh, I saw
to
that.
be-
I
to
saw your
be-
video that you've been playing with her.
we played bass like all day yesterday,
That's
and I
rad.
said you should be a Lady Brain for sure.
Absolutely,
So-
yeah.
Heck yeah.
And she was like, I would love to be in a group of women, creative women.
It's just been so wonderful.
Because as a female bass player, she was just like, it's all dudes. So.
Totally, yeah. Drummer.
Preach.
Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's hard.
And a lot of people that I've told about Lady Brain, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so busy, I really can't." I was like, you know what? It's really not something that requires a lot of time. It just all of a sudden you go from feeling kind of like an individual on your own into feeling like you're part of a group of people all that have the same goals, and obviously different stuff going on. Some of us are musicians, and some are writers and poets and photographers and. But basically, it's just a way for creative women to get together and not feel so dang alone and struggly.
Yeah, and to
competitive.
support
Yeah,
each
or
other.
competitive,
Yeah.
right.
No, yeah, it's nice to have the support and just to reach out. It doesn't take any time at all.
Right.
If you're doing fine, don't reach out. If you need something, reach out. And we're all
Totally.
like, yeah, what do
Yeah,
you need?
exactly.
That's the
Exactly.
good part.
Yeah, and you don't have to go to the meetings, but I think those are where you really feel that sense of community, where you get to meet people face to face that you
Right.
only have heard of online or met online.
Like I just met her at the last meeting.
And what's
Yeah.
funny is the last podcast we had Chris and
Networking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris and Kenny had never met
Right.
before the podcast, so it's obviously just bringing people together.
Which is interesting because I know both of them, but that's
Separately.
interesting that they
I know, yeah.
they never met.
I know.
The San Diego music community is smaller than I thought it would be, but surprisingly still not. There's still a lot of misconnections and finding it fascinating.
It's like one degree of separation.
Yeah.
It
If
is.
you don't know someone, they know someone you know.
Right.
Right.
And I think it's all about venues. Like if you always play a certain venue and all the other
You're gonna
bands
know all
do,
those people.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
the circles,
yeah.
little circles of
I'm
musicians
trying
that
to break into all of them.
exactly, yeah,
And I'm trying to reach out to new ones because, you tend to play the same places.
yep,
Right.
exactly.
Which is great, but it's definitely cool to branch out. And I also wanted to mention I'm super excited that I get to play Art Walk this year.
Nice.
And the Adams Ave Unplugged
Yeah.
and the Art on Adams.
Nice.
So I'm already booked out till June.
Wonderful.
Yeah, which is super cool.
Yeah.
And also my friend Jacob has a gallery in Barrio Logan, and we've been doing showcases there. And we're going to do a Lady Brain showcase there in
Oh,
May.
good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's cool. So that's another venue.
Yeah.
Speaking of Lady Brain showcases, we're doing one here, aren't we?
We are July 7th. It's this one will be like a Lady Rain review.
It's a festival.
It is. We tried to get as many people as we could, and we did. We worked it out. I think we have 14 acts playing, and it'll be. I think I added even an hour. I think it's going to start from 1 and go to 8. So
Yeah,
it's
that
going to
is
be a
cool.
whole day in the summer. It's just going to be amazing. We'll have vendors and beer garden and live art.
I'm so
and
excited. It's a
gonna
Lady
be
Brain
great.
Festival.
This is going to be fun. We're just now starting to get our the committee together of how we're gonna put it on and all that.
I want to
so.
be on the committee.
You do. You are on it.
I love that just
gonna
this
say.
idea was born at the last meeting.
Yeah.
And it just came to life in
Yeah.
a snap. It's so cool.
Yeah. We do things quick around here.
Well, it's same. I'm like, oh, you have an art gallery? Let's put on a showcase. It's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
What,
Yeah.
put it on the calendar.
What is the art gallery called?
La Galeria Michel.
Nice.
Super cool spot. We've already done a few there. In fact, and next door is another gallery, and she does a second Saturday event. So now they're doing in conjunction events together. So it's bringing a nice crowd,
Right.
a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And with the weather getting better,
Oh my God! I'm so glad
it's gonna be a
I
great
don't know if
summer.
you've heard my sniffles, but I'm glad the weather's
Yeah,
getting better.
I'm getting over something now myself.
Oh.
Just the rain and the damp
Allergies,
and the
man.
moisture has just been gnarly.
It's not fun.
Yeah,
Stupid global warming.
I don't even feel creative when it's just so cold and.
I know.
Yeah. This
But
is why I left the East Coast.
Right.
In contrast, when it's sunny, I am just like,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
loving life. Yeah.
Okay, well, we have one final song to play, and It's Not About You is the name of the song. Who is this artist?
It is another Becca J song
Okay.
off of her Queen of Hearts EP.
Okay.
It's the first song I really ever heard her play acoustically, and that's when I kind of started harassing her a little bit about, hey, you need drums, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So this
She
is,
didn't have any drums?
She was just doing solo stuff
Oh.
before. So I was like, hey, you should do a band. And I started really pestering
Yeah.
the heck out of her. So she had already had it in her brain already. So about a month or two later, she was like, all right, we're going to do it. And that's the first song that I worked with her, and I love it.
That
It's
was
such
neat.
a fun song.
I played by myself too, and then I
Yeah.
got a band too, so.
Sometimes you just need that little
Yeah.
poke.
You
Absolutely.
gotta meet the right person.
Yeah. Or the drummer that won't stop harassing you.
And did you know how I know Becca J because I played the old sod last year for Adams Ave Unplugged?
We
and
played
she-
right after you.
and you guys-
yeah.
you
Yeah.
play-
I
were
didn't
you-
realize it was you until a week ago.
Oh, how funny.
So this
yeah.
is like a year later almost, or maybe 8 months
Right.
later
yeah.
or something.
Yeah. We both played the stage for Art Around Adams, and we were Becca and I were just sitting at the bar watching Corina, this girl is amazing.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
That was a noon o'clock gig,
Yeah.
and I thought no one's gonna be at the bar, and sure enough, it was packed
It's an
at
Irish
noon.
pub. It's
like,
we're
what
always,
are you guys
I'm
doing
Irish.
there?
We're always there drinking.
It actually was a great gig, and then
great-
she
yeah.
played right after.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
We fit the two of us on that little stage.
Yeah, that is a little stage.
Yeah.
All right, so any final words, ladies?
Thanks
Tell
for
me-
having us.
Tell me where to find you again.
CorinaRose.com, and I'm sure you know it's Corina. Yeah, Our Love is Freedom, guys. Check it out.
PaigeMillerDrums.com, and right now you can find me with Dixie Maxwell and Becca J.
Okay, cool. And
And apparently Corina as well.
Yay!
I love it. All right, this is It's Not About You by Becca J, featuring Paige Miller on the Lady Brain podcast. Wrapping it up. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks
Thanks
you.
for having
All
us.
right.
You gotta love it.
All right, thank you, Patreon people. We love you. Thank you for watching.
Lady Brain.